Hey everyone, welcome back to Stories from the Internet, and this video is gonna be different because in front of you here is somebody who joined Twitter April 2022, sending me a message by the name of Cheyenne Smith. So they sent this yesterday 1:12 a.m. and they said this: you need to stop live steaming Foodie Beauty. They mean streaming. You need to stop live streaming Foodie Beauty. And instead of R, they meant or else. I'm just getting started. I'm about to find your phone number and address and post it all over Facebook. Keep it up. And we all know what those faces mean, right? Then they blocked me. Then I guess they couldn't help themselves but double dip. They came back again, saying this: you ugly, bug-eyed creep. I see you flag down the Facebook page. What? What Facebook page? I don't know what's going on until I realize it's from at thenightfeeder9. So it got me thinking, because we've talked about this before, that there are feeders in the orbit of Chantel, and these people, male and female, they them pronouns, are indeed feeding Foodie Beauty. So is this an example of it? Is the Night Feeder 9 pissed off at me, Monty, because I'm messing with their feeding schedule? Well, that could actually be the case. This could actually be true. Am I finding somebody really pissy at me because I'm missing or messing with their feeding schedule when it comes to Foodie Beauty? Oh boy, I did not really want to do this, to be honest with you. I don't want to be messing with somebody's night feeding routine. I don't want to interrupt that. Come on now, if only I knew that there's a night feeder and they're upset at me. They have a quarrel that I am messing up their night feeding schedule. So some of you are confused. You're like, night feeding? Feeder? What's that? Well, let me explain a little bit what that is. So, what's a feeder? Well, Urban Dictionary says a feeder, usually a male, who likes to encourage weight gain in his partner through the consumption of food. Feeders differ from FAs. Whilst an FA is attracted to big girls, a feeder gets turned on by making a thin girl fat, or a big girl even bigger. Okay, so what's feederism? Feederism, as per Urban Dictionary, is an underground sexual fetish which involves one partner, the feeder, feeding the other, both to obtain sexual arousal and to encourage weight gain in the feedee. Feederism can vary in nature from a consensual act between two people who mutually appreciate a larger body type to non-consensual abuse, which may involve force feeding and bondage, and is undertaken with the intention of fattening up the feedee to the point of immobility and total dependence. The weight gain can also vary from a few pounds to hundreds, while some feeder relationships are not undertaken with the purpose of weight gain at all, but for the enjoyment of food in an intimate context. Most feedies are female, BBW or SS BBW, whilst the feeders tend to be FA males, although this is not the case, and gay/lesbian feeder relationships are not entirely heard of. Are you confused some more? Well, if you are, let's continue to this article by The Sun. So this was done back in 17th of January 2022, so this year. It says this: weighing up. What is a feeder relationship and how does fat fetishism work? This is by Sophia Petkar, and it states fat fetishism essentially is a sexual attraction to people who are overweight or obese, but there are many nuances to this. We take a closer look at this unhealthy relationship, which can be exploitative, and what it involves. Feeders thrive from the process of fattening their partners up as well as being sexually attracted to their large body. What is a feeder relationship? Well, feeder relationships fall under the fat fetishism category but are unique in one specific regard. For feeders, it's not just a meaty or plus-size body that they find sexually appealing. It's the journey to obesity that really gets them going. Gainers or feedies are the people putting on the weight, and often they do so with the aid of an encourager or feeder. For the most part, the goal for both people in the relationship is for the feedie to achieve a big, round belly, also known as a ball belly. However, the goal is also to not put on too much weight elsewhere on the gainer's body. Feederism is seen as a variety of fat fetishism where the sexual gratification is obtained not from just the fat itself per se, but from the process of helping someone gain weight. These are people who are into more than just the end result. They want to help others arrive there. This was documented in a 2011 article in Archives of Sexual Behavior according to Scientific American. It documented cases of sexual pleasure being associated with eating, gaining weight, or being fed. The article also documented cases where people displayed signs of both feeder and feedee. So, what is fat fetishism? Fat fetishism is a type of physical attraction, usually sexual, towards someone who is overweight or obese, both in weight and size. The relationships of people into fat fetishism are often portrayed as thin men and larger women, but there are many cases of it being the other way around. There are a variety of fat fetishism out there. Squashing is having a sexual attraction to the idea of being crushed by a fat person or people. So, what is a feeder after? Feeders are obviously interested in seeing their partner gain weight and balloon into the size they want. However, being a feeder is also about obtaining a sense of power and dominance through the act of feeding. They also enjoy subsequently being responsible for the change in their partner's body, the end goal often resulting in severe obesity, loss of mobility, and inability to perform even the most mundane life tasks without their partner's assistance. So, I ask this. Does this seem like Foodie Beauty to you? Does this seem like what's happening? Does this seem like what people are doing to FB? Yes or no is all I ask. And we are back to this. The Night Feeder 9. Is the Night Feeder 9 a feeder? Am I messing up their feeding routine? Because if I am, I apologize.